The last class we studied about design of single reinforced beam. Now we shall study design of doubly reinforced beam in the Excel. So here we have a problem. Design a reinforced rectangular beam of rectangular section using the given data. So effective span is given, it is 5000 mm and width of support 250 mm and service load, dead load plus live load 40 kilonewton per meter and overall depth of the beam 500 mm, effective cover 50 mm is given. So use M20 grade concrete and Fe415 steel. See, everything is given here, and also if the problem is given in terms of words, you have to write the input in this fashion, okay, so that it will help you in the calculation. Next, first solution, what you have to do, stresses. So FCK and F5, it is given, it is 10 T Newton per mm square and 415 Newton per mm square. Next, design of beams. So effective depth D, we have to calculate, it is 450. How will you calculate? Small d is equals to capital D minus D dash, where D dash is the effective cover. So here I will click on this. So what I've used here, see, I've used C7 minus C8. C7 is overall depth and C8 is effective cover. So if you do these, you will get the effective depth D. So always we have to use the values here, not, so if D is written here, you should not go on click on capital D. So actually that value you have to click. Okay. Next, clear cover D dash, it's already given, it is 50 mm. Next, overall depth, it is given, so just write 500, or else you can even calculate. You can see here in the formula bar, and then breadth, bearing width, it is given 250, you can write it, and then effective span L is 5000, it's also given, and Young's modulus of a steel, you should know, it is 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. Next, shall do the load calculation. See, load is already given here, service load is already given, so shall name it W is equals to 14 kilonewton per meter, and ultimate load is nothing but a 1.5 times of the design load. So what you will do, it is 1.5 times of D55. You actually should use the value of W. So it is 1.5 times of D25. D here it is, and it is 25. D25 is total load. 1.5 times of total load will give the ultimate load. So WU you will get 60 kilonewton per meter. Next, that is the ultimate moment and stress, shear forces. So moment of resistance, since it is a simply supported beam, how to calculate the moment, simply supported beam? So the moment will be maximum at the midspan. So how to calculate it? Mu is equal to W into L square by A. So here you have to substitute this formula. So mu is equal to W. W we have here and its value here. It will come in the column D. In the column D always will get the value here. So always we'll use the value. W is 60. 60 into L. L is the effective length. Go back. Here it is the effective length. We'll get L square you have. So we'll click it on here. So you can see D26, it is D26, it is W, and D21, it is L, effective length W into L, WL square by 8. And since L is in millimeter, we have to convert it in terms of meter. So that's why it is into 10 power minus 6 we have done. Since it is L square, so even the unit will be squared. So it is 10 power minus 6. The value will get in terms of kilonewton meter only. Okay. Next, shear force. Shear force in case of simply supported beam will be maximum near the support. So what is the formula? Formula is WU into L by 2. So what I have to do is, see here, I have taken WU, this is WU, it is W is 26, and then into L, W into L here, and then I have converted this in terms of this 5000 into meter. So divided by 1000 I have done. Whole divided by 2. So this is WL by 2. If you do this, you will get 150 kilonewton. This is about the ultimate moment and shear forces. Yes. Next, tension reinforcement. So now to find out tension reinforcement, first we should find out the mu limit, means the moment carrying capacity of the beam you should find out, and also you should calculate what is the maximum moment coming over the beam because of the load. Both are different. So you have to calculate using this formula. Mu limit is equal to 0.138 FCK BD square. Okay. This is the moment carrying capacity of the beam. So how will you calculate? 0.138 I have taken, 0.138, and see here 0.138 into FCK BD square, right? So D13. So if you go to D13, it is FCK, and D20, it is D20 250 FCK B, and D square. D17 is effective depth should take. 0.137 FCK BD square. So everything is in terms of millimeter. We have to convert it in terms of meter. So it is 10 power minus 6 we have written. So we'll get the value of 140 mu limit you will get. So now see here mu. This is a moment actually coming over the beam because of the load, and this is the load which the beam can take up. So here mu, the load is coming is more than the capacity of the beam. So it is beam needs extra reinforcement. That's why we should design it as a double reinforced. We are going to provide reinforcement both in tension zone and also is compression zone. Now shall find out the neutral axis depth. So XU is equals to, the formula is 0.48 D. So this I already explained in the last class. Okay, XU is equals to 0.48 into T. What we have to do is click on the blank equals 0.48 into D, effective depth. Effective depth is in D17. So this box you have to click. Okay, then you will get the value of XU. Then FSC. These are stress in compression steel. So here is the formula to calculate FSC. FSC is equals to 0.0035 into XU limit minus D dash divided by XU max. See, in this case, XU max and XU limit is both are same. So substitute in this. So it is 0.0035 into XU max minus D dash. So XU max is here only in D37 and D dash. D dash is 50. We know it is in the top. Here it is D dash, XU max, D dash and divided by XU max. Here again we have XU max in D37 only. D37. Yeah. So after that you will get a 538. But according to code, FS should not be more than 0.87 FI. You check for it. So substitute here 0.87 into FI. FI is 415. So 415 you have here. So it is D14. D14 is in 415. So find out that. So you'll get the value of 316. So FS should be 316. It is limited to 361 because FSC value should not be greater than 0.875 according to code. Next, we shall find out area of the steel in the compression zone. Compression zone means in the top zone. So ASC required, we have formula is ASC is equals to mu minus mu limit divided by FS into D minus D dash. See, we have to substitute, we have to provide the steel in the compression zone. How much quantity of steel? The difference between the moment, ultimate moment and the moment carrying capacity. Take the difference between those two. So that quantity of steel you have to provide in the compression zone. So substitute for this value, always mu limit, everything is here, and FSC you have here. For FSC you should use this 361 into D minus D dash, where D is the effective depth and minus D dash is the effective cover. So after calculating you will get 331. So steel. So we find out the quantity of steel required in the compression zone. Shall assume the diameter and then provide the steel. So I will assume 16 mm diameter and then I have calculated the how much quantity of steel is required, means how many bars are required. What I will do is I will calculate the area. You know that pi d square by 4, pi is 3.14 into d. So I have assumed d6 dia as 16. So here d42 is 16. So pi into d square by 4, and this 2 it indicates the number of bar which is required. So go on giving the numbers until it reaches this AC required. Okay, so if you put 1, the value will be less. The value will be just 1 dia. So I can see it is 200. It is less than the AC required. So what I will do is I will go and I will make it as 2. So it is 401, which is greater than the AC required. So this is safe. So you can provide 2 number of 16 mm dia bars in the compression zone. Next, find out tension seal. In tension seals, there are two. One is AST1 and AST2. So AST1, there is a formula: 0.36 FCK B into XU limit divided by 0.87 FI. Substitute for this value. See, every value is in the is in given only. Okay, you have to search for it and then you have to substitute for it. Then after that, we will get 1077 mm square, and AST2. It is ASC. It is the actual percentage of compression steel. ASC into FSC divided by 0.87 into FI. This FSC, it should be this 361. Now substitute for this and then add both these two. Add both AST1 and AST2 to get the total steel. So you can see here. So this is the summation of D46 and D47. These two you add, you will get total steel. And then, so for providing this steel, I will assume a diameter of the bar. So 25 I have assumed, and I have calculated the area. So again, pi d square by 4, and here I have calculating the number of bars. I am finding the number of bars. So here it is, I put 3. So let us find how much we'll get if we put 2. So 981. It is less than 1004, 408. So what I will do is I will increase the number. So I will increase it 3. So 1472, it is greater than 1408. So you can provide these three numbers of 25 mm dia. So this is the AS. So AST provided is more than the AST required. So you can provide three number of 25 mm dia. Then after that you have to check for the minimum steel reinforcement in the tension zone. So what is the minimum steel? Minimum steel is 0.85 BD by Fy. This I told you in the last class only how to calculate the minimum steel. Substitute for this 0.87 into B into D. It is available here. This is B and this is D. So B into D by Fy. So Fy is also given here. So substitute for that and you will get some value. You got 230 mm square. And find out the maximum steel. See, you know, if it is a beam, the maximum tension reinforcement is 4%. So for 4%, you have to calculate 4% of B into the total area of this beam. You have to calculate. So 4% means 4 by 4 into B capital B into D, breadth and depth of the beam. So B is 250 and capital D is 500. They will divided by 100 because you're calculating 4% of that. So if you do, you will get 5,000. But whatever the value of AST required should lie between these two values, between the minimum and the maximum. So the value 1472, it lies between these two values. Hence, this design is safe. You can check here AST minimum or AST provided is greater than AST minimum and less than the AST maximum. So this is safe. So this is about the design of single reinforced beam. Sorry, design of double reinforced beam.